Welcome to my channel, Geechee Lion Journey. Finally have returned here to do the part 3 of a series that I started a couple months ago called So Many Problems But a Beach Ain't One. And while I was going through some of those things that expat might be concerned about, a few of those I talked about was food, clothing, shelter, transportation, recreation, communication. There were a couple others. But in that 30 minutes or 40 minutes, did not cover one of the most important, and I'm going to cover it now, and that is health. Health is certainly one of the top things that an expat would be concerned about. I would say it would be number one, because if you don't have your health, you can't enjoy anything else. And when I speak of health here, I'm talking about not only physical health, but also mental health. But let's deal with the physical health first, because it's easy for you to understand. Realize that foreigners, non-citizens, are treated differently in the Philippines than they are in America. You know, America is chosen to be the sucker of the world. They provide free food, clothing, shelter, health care. I think I've talked about this much before, that millions of illegal aliens have been able to come to America the past decades or longer, and they're able to enjoy all the benefits of an actual citizen. Not trying to be political here, this is just the facts. When you come to the Philippines, they don't have free food pantries that a foreigner can go to. They don't have free clothing giveaways per se. You certainly can't get free health care. When you go to the hospital here, you go there, you can come out with a car accident. They will not treat you unless you show that you have money to pay the health care bill. That's the way it is in the Philippines. And but you know America's, like I said, a sucker of the world. But when you come to the Philippines, for example, and it's probably in other countries, you cannot count on the government to bail you out if you come here and you mismanage your money and mismanage your affairs here. Also, when you come to the Philippines, let me say, I was really getting into the health. Like health care, again, is not free here. You must pay for it. Not like in America. So when you come to the Philippines, you plan on being here for whether it be a week, 2 weeks, a month, several months, or you want to come here and retire, you must take care of your health care arrangements. You must have some money in the bank or on a high limit credit card or cash on hand in case of an emergency, a medical emergency. Again, this is dealing with your physical health, which is a top concern, or should be a top concern, of anyone who wants to come to the Philippines in specific. And that goes with every other country too that may not necessarily have and provide free health care services. So health is very important. I would say, depending on your age, you have to take that into consideration. You have to take into consideration if you have any medical diagnosis that were made prior to you coming to the Philippines or any foreign country. You have to take into account any medications that you were prescribed or any medications that you may need, whether they be prescribed or over the counter. That's a very important concern that you should have, is taking care of an emergency and even just regular maintenance. Say if you have blood pressure or diabetes or something like that, you have to ensure that you'll be able to get your medication, your insulin, or your blood pressure pills or what have you. That is a major concern. Probably number one. I know I listed all those other ones, but your health has got to be at the top of the list, taking into account your age, diagnosis, again, any prescriptions that you have, over-the-counter medications, your general health. What is your activity level? Do you walk every day? Are you doing cardio? Are you doing yoga? These are things that are going to affect your health. Also, what are you eating? What is your diet been? Is it high cholesterol or, what have you? Are you gluten-free? You may have to do a little searching and digging here to get the proper food that is going to help maintain your health when you travel abroad, or if you're going to be abroad. Like I said, there's so many problems, and as you see, a beach ain't one, but definitely health is absolutely one that you should be concerned about. And that's the physical health. Again, you want to deal with whether you have insurance. Obviously, if you don't have insurance, of course, if you're only going to be abroad maybe a month or several months, you can possibly get traveler's insurance prior to you coming here. So then that you may be able to avail yourself of a health plan that will cover you in case of emergency or in case of any other eventuality. Now, from what I understand, those that are over here on Social Security and you have Medicare, I believe under Medicare Advantage plans, they will cover you in the event of the emergency. Of course, they would not cover any routine or preventative doctor visits. But from what I understand, because I researched this and looked into it prior to choosing my own plan, I have Medicare Advantage, as several others may have. I believe that it does cover in case of a medical emergency. Now, probably in that case, obviously, you would still have to have that high limit credit card or that cash availability on hand to pay the medical facility. And then at that point, you would seek your reimbursement from Medicare. But that is, again, a critical subject, your health. And I alluded to earlier, not only your physical health, but your mental health. Now, some of you may have been seeing a mental health professional prior to you coming abroad or to the Philippines or wherever you may go. And it's possible, I know it's possible because it happens, that usually you can get a telephone consultation with a mental health care professional. You can get on the phone with them or on a chat or through an app. I have personal knowledge of this, that can be done. That you can avail yourself of mental health professionals, whether they be covered by your insurance or you just pay out of pocket. And I would imagine that in the foreign country, you can, well, in the Philippines probably most likely you're going to be able to find a professional that speaks English. There's someone that you can probably talk to and get some kind of counseling. So that is possible. In the case that I personally know, I was able to deal with a mental health professional through the app and actually chat with them online or through the internet, if you will. But the mental health here is very important, especially if you're coming over here by yourself, you don't have any family, you're in a strange country, strange land, strange a different society, and you certainly 90 something percent of the cases you don't know the language, even though in the Philippines you do have a higher percent of the population who have been trained to have some type of teaching in English because it is taught in the elementary and public schools here. But that is certainly going to be a consideration for your mental health, being here somewhat isolated, and again, not knowing the language, not knowing the society or your way around. So that's one thing that's very important. You come in and you're going to be in the Philippines, in a foreign place for a length of time, you need to, it would help your mental health to possibly try to find some other expats here that can speak the language or you can associate with, chit chat with. Very important to know your surroundings, to go know what things are. Obviously, if you have any kind of family back in your home country, you want to keep in touch with them if you're fortunate enough to have some family members around who care about you. A lot of times people may come over here and they don't have any family, or they're estranged from their family, so they don't have anybody to lean on, but it will help your mental health to be able to come back and be here or wherever you are, the Philippines, Mexico, or wherever you may be, and get yourself a social network, no matter how small, and being able to communicate with your family and being familiar with your surroundings. That will certainly help your mental health. Mental health is certainly important. I don't know the details, but from what I understand, here in Davao City, there was a foreigner who, I guess, committed suicide. He jumped off the 3rd floor or something on one of the malls here. I don't know the details, or whether I didn't see any news articles write up about it, but obviously this person was having mental health challenges. So again, I say, you may not come to the point of being suicidal, but mental health, I believe, is just as important as physical health. Even though I know there's a stigma around mental health. If you tell somebody you having a mental health problem, or you seeing a specialist or a counselor, they immediately want to brand you, and I know about that firsthand. But again, not so many problems. I don't know if it's 99, but so many problems that you may arise abroad and in the Philippines, but a beach ain't one. Plenty of beaches here, plenty of sunshine. Where I am, Davao City, 80-degree weather every day. It was like that in Cebu. It was like that in San Carlos City, Tacloban, Iloilo. 80-degree weather every day. So plenty of sun. As a rule, plenty of beach. No problem there. But health is very important. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me. If you haven't been listening so far, hit the like button, and don't be a ghost watcher. Subscribe and share this broadcast, especially for someone that you know that's thinking about moving abroad or even visiting abroad or a foreign country for any length of time. I've been in the Philippines myself for a total of about going on a year and a half now. 15 months I've actually been on the ground as far in the Philippines. But some of you may be only here or abroad or in a foreign country for 3 months or even less. But nevertheless, taking care and remaining vigilant and diligent about your health whether that be your mental health or physical health, is very important. Thank you all for joining me. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the broadcast. If you'd like to support us, please go to my website, www.chilionssoul.com. That's CHILIONSOUL. Join Geechee Lion Music Radio. Subscribe there. That's my personal music streaming service. Right now I have a discount code going on, XMAS50, 50% off subscriptions. And then I'm also having a discount code XMAS25, which is 25% off all my music downloads there. Thank you for joining us. This is Geechee Lion Journey. We'll be back again with more content that will entertain you and inform you. I have over 500 videos uploaded on this channel, so there's something for you. It should be something for everyone, whether it be in the area of music, travel, retirement. Thank you very much. This is Geechee Lion.